The year is 1944. World War II rages across the globe, a brutal conflict that has tested the limits of human endurance. In the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, a decisive clash is about to unfold, a battle that will forever alter the course of history. This is the story of the Battle of Leyte Gulf, the largest naval battle in human history. The Allied forces, emboldened by recent victories, set their sights on the Philippine Islands, a strategic archipelago vital to severing Japan's supply lines and bringing them closer to the Japanese mainland. The chosen target, Leyte Island, a massive armada, a steel leviathan carrying hundreds of thousands of soldiers, steams towards Leyte. Troopships crammed with young men, their faces etched with a mix of determination and fear, prepare for the crucible of combat. On the decks of aircraft carriers, squadrons of fighters and bombers rev their engines, a symphony of mechanical fury. But the Japanese will not surrender their dominion without a fight. Desperate to halt the Allied advance, they gamble on a daring, all-or-nothing plan. Operation Shogo 1, a multi-pronged attack aimed at crushing the American fleet and disrupting the Leyte landings. The centerpiece of the Japanese strategy, a decoy force led by Admiral Ozawa, comprised of empty carriers, mere shells of their former glory, acting as bait to lure the American fleet away from Leyte. Meanwhile, the true Japanese strike force, a formidable armada of battleships and cruisers, would circle around and smash through the invasion fleet under the cloak of night. On October 23rd, the dance of death begins. American radar picks up the faint blips of Ozawa's decoy fleet. Just as planned, the American Third Fleet, a colossal force of battleships and carriers, charges north to intercept this perceived threat. Young American pilots, barely out of their teens, roar into the sky, their eyes scanning the horizon for the enemy. A tense game of cat and mouse unfolds as American planes engage Ozawa's meager air force. The skies erupt in a fiery ballet of destruction. American dive bombers plummet towards the Japanese carriers, raining down a hail of bombs, turning the once proud vessels into flaming infernos. Meanwhile, oblivious to the unfolding drama, the American invasion fleet at Leyte steams on, unaware of the true danger lurking in the shadows. Under the cloak of darkness, the mighty Japanese battle fleet, led by Admiral Kurita, emerges from the San Bernardino Strait, a steel fist poised to punch through the American line. Suddenly, American radar picks up a horrifying blip, a massive enemy force approaching Leyte Gulf. The alarm bells blare, shattering the night's tranquility. The invasion fleet is caught completely off guard. A desperate call for help rings out across the waves. A lone American force, a small group of destroyers and escort carriers known as Task Force 77, stands between the Japanese juggernaut and the vulnerable invasion fleet. A scene straight out of hell unfolds. American tin cans, small, nimble destroyers, charge into the face of overwhelming firepower. Torpedoes streak through the water, seeking their mark. Japanese shells rain down, turning American ships into twisted wrecks. But the cost is immense. One by one, the American ships fall victim to the relentless Japanese onslaught. Yet, their sacrifice buys precious time. News of the unexpected battle reaches the American Third Fleet, still chasing the Ozawa decoy north. In a daring maneuver, Admiral Halsey, commander of the Third Fleet, makes a split-second decision. He peels off his battleships and cruisers, leaving the crippled carrier force behind, and races south to intercept the true Japanese threat. A desperate gamble, a race against time. Every minute counts. Meanwhile, back in Leyte Gulf, the remnants of Task Force 77 cling to survival. Low on ammunition and battered beyond recognition, they continue to harass the Japanese fleet, a thorn in their side. In a last-ditch effort, a lone American destroyer, the USS Johnston, charges head-on towards the heart of the Japanese formation, launching a suicidal torpedo attack. The Johnston is ripped apart by Japanese fire, a fiery monument to American courage. But the Johnston's sacrifice is not in vain. The relentless American resistance, coupled with the approaching American battleships, forces Admiral Kurita to make a heart-wrenching decision. Low on fuel and facing potential annihilation, he orders a retreat, the Japanese fleet vanishing into the night. Dawn breaks, revealing a scene of utter devastation. The once pristine waters of Leyte Gulf are now a graveyard of ships, the air thick with the smell of cordite and burning oil. The American invasion force, battered but not broken, continues its landing on Leyte. The Battle of Leyte Gulf, a desperate clash of titans, was a turning point in the Pacific War. The Japanese Navy, once a force to be reckoned with, was crippled. The road to victory for the Allies was long and bloody, but Leyte marked the beginning of the end for Imperial Japan. The Battle of Leyte Gulf was a testament to the courage and sacrifice of those who fought on both sides. It serves as a stark reminder of the immense cost of war, a cost measured in lives lost and futures shattered.